Well, hello. Today's movie is the 1965 spaghetti western For a Few Dollars More starring Clint Eastwood. Colonel Mortimer is a bounty hunter. He learns of a rival bounty hunter named Manco. Meanwhile, a criminal named Indio is busted out of prison by his gang. Manco and Mortimer arrive in El Paso, figuring that Indio will rob the bank there. The two bounty hunters meet and agree that they should work together, with Manco infiltrating Indio's gang. Manco is sent with three others to rob another bank as a diversion. But of course, Manco kills those three. Then he manages to send a false message to lure the sheriff in El Paso. Indio blasts the wall and takes the real safe disguised as a cabinet. The bounty hunters weren't expecting this and have to come up with a new plan now. Manco goes back with a neck wound, which convinces Indio that he was ambushed and his men were killed. Mortimer also infiltrates the gang and manages to convince Indio to let him open the safe for him, which he does. Yet the two bounty hunters are later caught stealing the money. Only Indio arranges for them to escape in this elaborate plan to double-cross his gang so he can get all the money that was stolen. Only the bounty hunters manage to come back and kill the rest of the gang. Finally, Colonel Mortimer gets a chance to face Indio in a gunfight and revenge the murder of one of his family members. At the end, Manco manages to load all the dead gang into a wagon to collect the huge bounty. So, this is a sequel to the first movie For a Fistful of Dollars. It's the second of a trilogy, a Dollars trilogy by Sergio Leone. It's a very classic spaghetti western. Of course, it stars Clint Eastwood. And it also starred Lee Van Cleef. This was his first kind of big role. Eastwood got big whopping $50,000 for this part, and Lee Van Cleef got $17,000, which I guess was a lot of money back in the 60s. And this movie actually made his career just as the first one made Eastwood's career. Just made his career better. But Van Cleef then also became a pretty big star. He became very popular in a lot of spaghetti westerns. And of course went on to such great stuff as The Octagon and Escape from New York. And this was originally the role was offered to Charles Bronson, but he didn't want it, so that left out Van Cleef. And of course this film was a massive hit. It had a $600,000 budget, but made over $25 million worldwide. It was even a bigger hit than the first movie, A Fistful of Dollars. It was actually the highest grossing film in Italy in that year. And, this is like I think, it's a sandwich between two much more popular and well-known movies, A Fistful of Dollars and Good, Bad, and Ugly. And I admit, it's probably the weakest of the trilogy because, I can remember the plots for the first and third one, but for this one, it's always kind of a little bit fuzzy, and I had to watch it again to have the plot come back to me. And I still think this is a really great movie. Just like all this trilogy. You know, it has such great imagery, and Clint Eastwood is great. And, you know, this story about rival bounty hunters going after this one evil guy. Indio is a really great villain. They have him right after the bank robbery, you know, going to kill the guy's family that turned him in. You know, he has a baby killed. That's really dark stuff. And, you know, at the end, I guess, you know, the Lee Van Cleef character was really out to get revenge on Indio. It's a little bit unclear, you know, that the woman he killed was his sister or his daughter. It doesn't really say it very well in the movie, and I heard that, you know, that the translations are different, like in Spanish and English and stuff. So it's pretty a great movie. You know, it's been sandwiched in those two more popular movies, but it's definitely probably one of the high end of the spaghetti westerns. It really revitalized the genre. And you could also check out my review of the first movie, which should be in the link. And if you stuck with me this long, I thank you. You're a unique individual.